Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and Review, I'm having water, and tonight I'll be discussing Twisted by Emily Goodwin. I did receive this as an ARC from Handbright PR, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights, and there are no listed content warnings, and I gave this a 3.5, so what's this about? So this book is about Ren, who was adopted by a demon hunter family after they found her as a baby 20 years ago after her parents were unalived by vampires. Now, the demon hunters thought they were adopting a human child, but come to find out she is in fact a witch, which caused some problems as demon hunters hate witches. But still, they decided to raise her and train her to be the best demon hunter of her generation so that one day she could get her vengeance. But just before she's able to figure out who the vampires responsible for her parents' unaliving were, she is traded by her family instead of their blood daughter to the Mollis Mafia, a vampire-run syndicate who made a deal with the demon hunters centuries ago where they will leave the demon hunters alone in exchange for a demon hunter bride who will marry one of their human descendants and bear his children. She decides to play the part of the perfect bride and bide her time while she plots her escape and revenge. But as she spends day by day with these vampires, she starts to question everything she knows, not just about the vampires, but also her feelings towards the human groom and her growing feelings towards the vampire brother. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 3.5. Now remember, reading is subjective and not every book is for a reader, and this just may not be the book for me, but if it sounds like something you're interested in, I strongly encourage you to give it a try for yourself, and I hope you love it. Now for me, what I enjoyed most about this book was Ren, our female main character, who was a very enjoyable character, and she felt really fleshed out, especially when you consider the fact that everything she knows about herself, what she thinks makes her her, and her past just was all a lie for the most part, and now she has to unlock this mystery of who she really is, and I really enjoyed that journey. I also really enjoyed her sense of humor, which is probably a defense mechanism for growing up around demon hunters who hate her. Now, when it comes to our male main characters, for me, they were okay, but they weren't the most memorable. You have Devin and Xavier. Devin was the human groom who, when he was off page, I kind of forgot about him. And when it comes to Xavier, he's a 700-year-old vampire mafia leader, and for me, he wasn't the most dangerous or menacing type of character, but I did enjoy his interactions with Ren, and they had some good banter. But I will say the love triangle relationship thing was kind of convoluted for me because she was to marry Devin, the human groom, and have his baby. But instead, in a vampire human PR stunt, she is going to marry the vampire brother. But she's still expected to have the human brother's baby the old-fashioned way. And I'm like, that felt a little Jerry Springer, Maury Povich for me. And I'm like, how's that going to work in a PR stunt when you're having the brother's baby? And I was just not really vibing with that. And like I said, it was a little convoluted. Overall, the book was okay. It wasn't terribly exciting, but it was an easy read. But this was probably just not the book for me. Now, it does end in a cliffhanger. This version is available, and I would recommend it if it sounds like something you're interested in. And I hope everyone has a good day and happy readings.